Thank you, crazy hunt. All right, welcome to the Black Lions airspace, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zachary Shiloh. This is a love made fantastic zone where Zachary Shiloh shines the brightest. And welcome to also what I call universal grounding in Black Lions domain. Today's guest, this has been impromptu, kids. I didn't expect this at all. At all. I'm thinking that this wonderful hunt would actually return at the end of September because she has a big event called Fame. So she, how can I describe her? Oh, Blairkins. How I call her best. So she's my mentor, my friend, my greatest influence. Welcome back to Black Lions Domain, Blair Hayse. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. Hard to believe it's almost been a year since I was on here the first time.
Yeah, I'm in awe. Larkins, you shocked me about 2 days ago. I did not think that your appearance in Black Lions Domain would happen today of all days. I was thinking eventually you would come on, maybe like circa the 20th of September, because you have a big promotion called Fame.
Yes, we have Fame that's coming up. And to be honest, I am super excited about this. I'm not as happy as I would be if it was in person. But thanks to the current climate of the way things are, we decided to go virtual to be very safe. So I am excited though, just at the fact that we get to put it together and then I get to pair up with some very awesome people to bring it to fruition. It's definitely been something that's been in the works for between Brooke Allison and I, it's been in the works for over a year. I want to say probably closer to 2 years that we have actually been planning this event. But we really had hoped to do it live. So I'm really excited that we're finally getting to take it off the ground.
Oh, I'm excited too. When I actually heard about it, I said, "Oh wow, we're gonna actually have something live from Blair and Brooke." Oh, this is cool beats. I remember when you actually told me in private. I said, "Eh, excuse me, you really are doing this live?" And you said yes. And from that point forward, I kept on saying, oh dear God, please help me to get out of Amazon. I want to go hang out with the Blairkins. I want to hang out with Brooke and all these other wonderful ones that they actually have. Hello, Marquetta and Charlie, if you are listening to this. I wanted to hang out with all of you. But sad to say, because of the worst COVID
Right.
Delta variant, we are having to go virtual. But I'm not complaining either which way. I still get to get what I want. And Blair actually contacted me, as I said 2 days ago, and she was telling me about this wonderful opportunity. She said, "Oh, I actually have something for you, Mister. I would like for you to actually sponsor Fame." I said, "Excuse me." I was already thinking about buying a ticket, kids, because I was looking at her email and I was saying, "Okay, I want to do something in September. I want to do something in September that's fun. That's not requiring me to actually have to do a whole bunch of crazy, crazy, crazy." So I looked at it and I said, "Oh, okay. Here's Fame. I'm trying to work on my business with Mayoko Fukino Mayhel. We need more exposure. Why not? Why not trust my Berry Gordy? Why not trust the woman that I actually put my hands in the most?" So I said, "Okay, let's do it." And then I got the message at home that she wanted me to sponsor, and I said, "Ooh, all right, Blairkins, I'm all ears." And she said, "Sponsor gets 2 free tickets." I said, "Shut up and take my money." I said, "Thank you. I'll gladly take it." So I paid Blair the 155, and the rest of it is a history. So, kids, I'm sponsoring another virtual event. So, please out there, all you Huns out there, your kins out there, your loves out there, support the Fame. It's not just about trying to become famous. No, 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 no. This is for all you heads out there that seriously want to make your businesses mean something, especially in this dark, crazy time still called the coronavirus epidemic. We need more lovin's, and who better than this hunt actually lead the way? Who better than her? So kids, please, I will be promoting like there's no tomorrow. Please buy the tickets today, especially now within the next few days, because as of September 1st, I gotta shift my voice again. I'm so sorry to announce this, but you're gonna have to pay a little bit further. Sorry. We are so sorry in advance. But if you act now until Wednesday, you have the opportunity to get a free discount. So all you Huns out there, one more time, please pay today through Wednesday, the 1st. After the 1st, there shall be no more.
Exactly.
To quote the Holy Bible, to quote the Holy Bible, there shall be no more. Uh, all right, Blairkins, let's talk about the thing. Like, how did that really come about?
Well, the conference itself, Brooke Ellison and I had discussed quite some time ago. Like I said, it's probably been about almost 2 years ago that we really wanted to do a live event. Her, I really felt like her energy and my energy is very much the same. We're both very high level. We really like to put everything we have into things. And so we really thought it would be fun to come together and do an event together. She doesn't live too far from me. So we were thinking like live event would be fun because she could travel to it very easily. And so we had just like in our heads, I guess, got that idea. So
Oh, wow.
I was really not happy when we had to pull the live event because of the COVID numbers in my state. But I reached out to her and I honestly was going to just pull the whole conference at that point. And she was like, hold up, like we've already put so much work into this, like let's do it virtual, and let's just go virtual and it will literally be live but virtual. And so we sat down over like an hour phone call and kind of hashed out the details of how that would look. And then we were like, okay, so I made the changes and we moved forward with it. So I'm really excited. Huge thank you to Brooke Allison, because she really helped talk me off the ledge when I was upset about the live event canceling. So I just know like we have our own announcements coming up soon. Her and I think are going to do some other things together that's really big and really huge. And I'm excited to get to work with her. And I think this will be the start of something that's really major for both of us. So we're excited.
Oh dear God. Oh dear God, please let me be home when these big announcements happen. Please let me be home or somewhere I know is internet friendly so I can watch them. Please, please, please. Don't let me miss out. Please. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Whenever I hear about you and Brooke, I just get happy as the 6-year-old inside me can be. Oh man, oh man. Speaking of Brooke, hi Brooke. I am not giving up on you coming on my show, hun. Eventually, before the year is done, I'm hoping and praying you will say yes. Please, please. I love you, Brooke. Yes, I do. All right, Blairkins. Let me say, with all this craziness coming around, somehow, some way, we've actually got through the year doing multiple books together. Oh man, oh man. But I didn't tell you this in private. And I can say this in public, I don't mind. Blairkins, as you know, I have become your male version of what we call Jenny Courage. And this show is dedicated in her memory. It is. And I don't know if the Kirsch family will listen to this, but I would love to talk to them eventually. And one Christine Marie, who I believe is an author in She is Magic, yes, as well. So to the Kirsch family and Christine Marie, This is Zachary Shiloh Watts. I am inviting all of you in some form or fashion to join me to talk about Jen because I actually had an opportunity to try to talk to her, and we all know what happened. And since that point in time, I've had moments where I cried saying I wish Jenny Kirsch was alive to talk to. Matter of fact, the most recent book in our family series called Letters of Magic was supposed to be my first co-authoring with her. I was so happy the day that it was announced. Seriously. And this is exactly the day that what is it, Blairkins, our first co-authoring Day on Magic was released. You
Yep.
actually announced it. I thought you were announcing something else, and you said to me, congratulations, you're taking a rest for a little bit, but we're just actually starting to promote Layers of Magic. I said, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. But yeah, I remember Jenny Kirsch announcing that she was going to be in it, and I was so hyped. I thought that at least one co-authoring with her would have been good, but life had other plans, and I don't question. I don't want anybody to live in pain, and especially her because she's been through it. All right, Blairkins, let's talk about the actual They Are Magic book itself. I'm still in awe, hun, that we got through that book together. I remember last year you offered me my slot in it. And at the time, I keep on saying this publicly, and I will not be afraid to say to you, I thought you were pulling my leg. I seriously thought you were pulling my leg. I thought she's not serious about me actually being in this book because I knew at that point in time that you were serious about female empowerment. I didn't ever see you actually going to unisex, but a certain man actually was in your ear, and it wasn't named me. And Adam Potts Sednick, hello, hun, if you ever listen to this. Thank you very much for being in Blair's ear. I appreciate it. And hello, Val White, you too. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what you did for us. And with that said, that was a fun ride. That seriously was. I remember just almost being at every single meeting and just learning under you, like the do's and do nots of best-selling authors. There was one meeting, I believe, in December, and I thought it was in November, but really it was December. And you actually were hosting a Zoom call with let me see, I think it was myself, Upsana, I think Tammy was a part of it, and some other people that were in our cast. And you were saying how Millie was in it, the books before, one of the books, and you wanted your daughter to at least read it. And I said, okay, I'm not gonna cuss in this. I'm not gonna cuss in this. As much as Black Lion's Roar actually was kind of filthy language, I wasn't gonna do it because I actually learned under you. So I took out the expletives. I actually somehow, some way, reduced it from 17 pages to 5. I said, "Wow, okay, that was cool." Thank you very much, Blair, for teaching me how to do that. And I remember telling not just you, I told some other people, and they're like, "How did you do it so fast?" I said, "Focus, focus." Blair actually guiding the way, and people are still in awe of that to this day. Whenever I talk about it, even Mayoko, my partner in Fear and Love's Roar, which is now being pushed to December for promotion, she said, "Like, how did you really do that?" I said, "I listened to Blair." Bottom line, I listened to Blair. I took what she taught me, I applied it. Bam, there it is. The Black Lion's Roar went from 17 pages to 5 in less than a week. You can thank Blair. Bottom line, kids, that's it. And the actual day of it, I'll never forget it for the rest of my life, ever. I woke up the usual time of somewhere between 2 and 3 in the morning. I stayed up until that family call, and I was wrong about one thing, and I will still laugh at myself to this day until the cows don't murr, the pigs don't, the chickens don't purr anymore. I got you wrong. I got you wrong, Blairkins. I said in a visualization that you would be all dolled up. And you came on the call, no makeup, no earrings, no nothing. I said, wow, wow, Blairkins, you are not actually all dolled up today. But I said, you still look great anyway, regardless. I don't care. So we actually went through the call. Somebody actually said, how is everybody doing? I think it was maybe you. I'm not sure. And I just said these words and I will never forget them. I'm simply in a flow state. I'm just happy as a person can be. And I think I wound up getting a couple of laughs. I think I definitely got one. So we promoted that book all day long until I think, what is it? Maybe 5 p.m. my time? Maybe
somewhere around there.
Like somewhere around there. And then you pulled me, our cast, and some of the other alumni authors into the author group, and you made the announcement of Letters of Magic right there and then. And off to the second races for me. And I said, I'm not gonna miss this. I'm not gonna miss this. Especially when Jenny Kirsch actually made her announcement that she was co-authoring. I said, oh, I'm definitely in this. I'm definitely in this. I'm not missing it. To work with Jenny Kirsch, this is a dream come true. Yes, hon. Yes, I'm taking it. So I paid my money, whatever I could at the time. And then since then, it was like working on that, dealing with my sagas at work and everything else. And oh man, oh man, oh man. I remember really talking to you in private, like after Jenny Kirsch passed away. And I did work on a letter, but it wasn't really for Letters of Magic. I was actually picking this thing that Adam Podsetnik and Val White was doing at the time called Maycall's Miracles, based on the book by all three of you's good friend Gabby Bernstein. So I was writing it, and I said, okay, who can I write a letter to? And I was thinking of different people. I said, oh, I can write to Blairkins, but everybody knows that I love her too much. I kiss her ear almost every single episode, so no, I'm gonna choose somebody else. Let's see. I could have tried to go with Jamie Baleka, but as much as I love Jamie, I something wasn't there. But Jen Kirsch, it was like instant idea. Light bulb went off. And I said, okay, let's do it. And I was writing it and I was writing it. And then you and I talked and I sent you it and you felt kind of okay with it. And then I actually said, you know what? That's going to be who I actually address my actual chapter to. Jenny Kirsch. She actually helped me in more ways than one. She actually agreed to come on my show eventually. She was going to co-author this with us. She actually did so much for Blair and everything else. Why not? Why not Jenny Kirsch? So I actually did contact Amanda Goddard. Amanda, please. Hi, Amanda. I'm not giving up on you coming back for this season too. I'm gonna contact you soon. Yes, I am. All right. So I actually sent my letter to Amanda, and she didn't tell me this in advance, Blair, because you were already on maternity leave at that point in time for River Rose, and we'll talk about that situation eventually. All right. So, not Amber, Amanda. Oh man, I wish Amber was involved in that process more. Hi, I'm Amber Mixon. We missed you during that run. All right, Amanda, please. So she's actually pinging me back and forth. I think in this app that you were using. I forgot what it was called. Not Fox, not Signal. I wish I could actually get out of this thing right now so I can look it up. But no, I won't. I'm a professional kid. Yes, I am. All right. So I was contacting Amanda. I said, all right, what's the word length? And she said, not more than what you had. I said, excuse me. I gotta write more. I was so vexed. I was so confused. I literally had to go to a psychic hunt that I trusted at the time, and I said, "Okay, I need uh, verbiage from the source. You contact the source for me. I need clarity." And she said, "You'll actually flush it out. You'll flush it out. You somehow, some way come through." So I actually took time out like every single day. I was writing some parts of it. I said, "Okay, let's go with it." Right here, right there. And every single chance I wrote. And then eventually I got it done. And I think I was the very first person in our cast to actually have it in on time. And Amanda said, congratulations, you actually got it in. Not only did you get it in, but you're the first person. I said, what? Seriously? History repeats again? She said, yes. I laughed. I thought somebody else would have probably beat me this time. I thought maybe Tammy or the Per hun, Brooke Coleman. Yeah, I'm not giving up on you either, hun. I'm making it known to you. You're gonna be on here before November. I can feel it because a certain book that we were in, we're getting ready to talk about. I'm in awe of that ordering too. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So I kept on writing Amanda. I kept on editing, doing whatever she wanted. And then you eventually returned and took over the reins. And I said, to you, I think before you even returned, I said, Blairkins, with all due respect, I respect a certain somebody, but I think Amanda, please, should have actually been in charge while you were gone from the beginning. And you laughed at it a little bit. And then you said, I'm on maternity leave right now. So have fun with it. I said, oh, God, I get it. I get it. You're on maternity leave, but come on. Well, it was fun. Absolutely fun. Speaking of Letters of Magic, that's my most recent release in your realm. Oh man, oh man, oh man. When I read the book, I was in awe. I actually kept on reading it. I thought you were probably going to be like maybe midway, maybe like latter chapters. But I read it and I think you were like, what's your position? I think you're like maybe third or fourth chapter. I said, what? What? Blair is third or fourth? Wow. Wow. And then history repeats again. Guess where Zachary Shiloh is towards the end? I said, what? Oh man. I thought for a second after reading Tammy's that I was probably going to be last again. But then I said, oh, the per hunt. The per hunt. You put us black cats together. I said, oh, this is great. And me and Brooke, we were actually talking about it in private. We were both losing our minds. I think I was losing it more than her. I said, per hunt, we have finished off the book. This is great. And I think I actually did say to you exactly on the family call that release day. I said, Blairkins, thank you very much. Thank you very much for positioning me as the semi-main event. I appreciate it. Oh man, oh man. So with that book, like how did you actually get Charlie and Sarah Papa the Rapper hunt? Because I noticed that you actually returned myself and Tammy from their match. So it was a reunion for us. Uh, Brooke, she was already in magic yas, and that's kind of a return. But like, how did you get Charlie and Sarah?
So Sarah was actually a referral from Stephanie.
Oh,
And so that's how she came on board. And Charlie was actually a referral from Rose Davidson. And so both of those were referrals from people from previous authors.
oh wow, yeah, that makes more sense because I always see Stephanie and Sarah Papa the Rapper Hunt talking to each other. I said, oh, okay, this makes even more sense after you started explaining. Oh man, I love Sarah. Sarah Hun, you're coming on too eventually. I'm not giving up on you. Yeah, I know you want to come on my show. It's just trying to schedule. And Stephanie, oh God, Blairkins. I remember you actually talking about your top people that you helped produce. I still have that list, and I'm looking at it right now. And this is in no particular order. It is Allie Bishop, Ashley Mudzai, who's getting ready to come on September 17th here. Stephanie Mahoney, a certain someone you're talking to right now, and Melissa Aldiano. I was in awe when I was watching it. I said, what? I'm in her top 5. Wow, this is cool beans. I didn't expect that at all. You already used me in something else that you were doing. I think it was like how to become a best-selling author. And you had me pictured with if I can remember off the top of my head, the Perhon. You had me with Jenna Love, who I'm not talking to anymore because of our differences. Let me see, who else? Karen Carols, David Vine, Stephanie, what's this sweetheart's name? Elizabeth Sorelli, Tammy, and somebody else. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I actually got that photo. I actually do have that photo. I know for certain because I always take pictures of your what you call it, Blairkins, your presentations, and somehow, some way apply it. All right, so in the top row, it is the Perhun, Stephanie, me, Elizabeth Sorelli, and David Vine. On the bottom is the aforementioned Christine Marie, Jenna Love, Karen Kuros, Tammy, and Upsana. What the words that says, all these best-selling authors felt the same way. The difference was they chose to act despite their fear. Are you ready? Microphone drop. I said, wow. I love it. I love it very much. And I actually did cry. I did cry in private. I said, oh, my hard work. This is great. This is great. And to you, Blairkins, I always keep on saying this humbly and gratefully. Thank you very much for you too. And it does mean a lot. Even if you think it doesn't, let me tell you from my point, it does mean a lot. Because you didn't have to get involved in some situations, but you did. And it really meant something to me that you saw me highly, like a Jenny Curse, like a Jamie Blecker, and everybody else that you worked with. So, Blairkins, if anybody messes with you in the future, I'm telling you in public, don't be afraid to contact me. I'm not gonna actually go attack said persons. Let me tell you now, I'm not gonna attack them. I'm just gonna comfort you and I'll let you know things are okay. That's it. You understand?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Blurkins, let's talk about your most precious moment of the year. Your precious River Rose. she is around.
Yes. What a long trip. So yeah, pretty much didn't happen the way I thought it would happen, which tends to be life. But she is doing really well now and growing. And so definitely the highlight of my year for sure, and definitely changed my perspective on a lot of things as well. Um, just, I guess, seeing the shortness of life and that we are not promised tomorrow really helped me um, get a better grasp on what I want with life and what I wanted with my business, etc. And so it shifted a lot of things for me in the sense of just putting my family first and spending more time with them and prioritizing things that I want to do. Um, Instead of making everything about my business and then putting me last. So it has really helped my long-term vision for sure, going through what I did with her. So
Right. Oh man, oh man, oh man. And I remember what you were going through, and that was nearly a month. I think nearly
yeah,
a month. I said,
I was personally in the hospital for exactly 4 weeks, and she was in the hospital like just a couple days shy of 4 weeks. So all in all, we were together 2 months. And so it was just a very long, it seemed like a very long long process that we were not that we went through and we're not expecting to have to go through. So
oh man. And now that I'm seeing the River Rose actually do what she does, Blairkins, oh my God, she actually is you in baby form. Like poses exactly the way you pose for pictures. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, kids, this is definitely Blair's kid. There's no question in my mind because she's like, eh, she's striking the pose like she's Madonna.
She definitely looks a lot like me. So
Looks like you. She is you. Jesus Christ. Who's the next incarnation, if not your Millie? Oh man, I've seen all your kids. They all are like you. All of them. Oh man, you're a mother of four now, right?
yes, for two
Oh,
teenagers and two little ones. So
oh man, oh man, oh man. And then it feels like a great balance for you now. The other two, they're starting to transition out of their teens almost from what it sounds like to me. And you get to raise a brand new generation with the toddler and the baby.
yeah, completely different. My two oldest tease me that I'm not the same with my two youngest that I was with them, but um, that is true. But I, being with them, I was a single mom. I worked all the time. Everything fell on me, and I will be the first to admit my patience was really thin with them sometimes. But now, I guess like the older you get, the more things don't bother you as much, and I tend to just relish the moments and not push for milestones and everything like I did with them. So definitely probably a lot more soft-spoken and a lot more patient and have a lot more fun with the younger two. But I think that's just perspective and being older. So
Yeah, no, I'm still in awe of everything that you've been through. Wow. Man, oh man, oh man. Larkins, before we move on to your coming projects, let's wrap up with Letters of Magic. Uh, you wrote in it, and when I was reading your chapter, I said, "Oh God, she is doing something that's not in her character." I'm reading the whole entire thing, and it takes you on a roller coaster. It sounds like you're crying in the beginning, but as you are itching right through it, you're like getting angrier and angrier and angrier until towards the end, then you start getting back to that sad tone. And I'm saying to myself, oh my God, if this is the Blurkins in anger mode, I don't want to see it. I do not want to see it at all. At all. Because you were tearing your friend, or excuse me, your ex-friend apart Oh God. And anybody that does the mic drop thing, watch her. Watch her. It was like boom, echo, 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 echo. You can hear it all the way in the heavens. So kids, buy the book, buy Letters of Magic, and read her chapter. You will be like, what? That's the same Blair that he talked to. No way. Yes, it is. That is her. That is her. Do not be fooled. Do not be fooled, kids. She has quite a way of actually containing herself, and that's what I love about her. It was absolutely great. I wanted to see something different, and it was cool. So Blairkins do not feel ashamed to actually write more like that in the future.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely think that that chapter was one of, besides the chapter I wrote about Jen, I definitely think that, well, I should say each chapter I've written has been a certain level of difficult for me. This chapter seemed a lot more raw because it literally had just happened in the past like 12 months to a year. So it's kind of was on that edge of like feeling all of the emotions. I'm still grieving the process of losing that friendship. She was someone I definitely counted as like a sister. And so I think like a lot of my emotions came through in that writing just because there are so many levels and layers to my emotions with that story. Um, and I definitely hope that at some point she picks up the book and she reads it because she will know that came from my heart, that I share a lot of memories with her. But at the same time, that friendship was just one of a kind. And even if we never ever speak again, I definitely can say I don't think anyone could ever take her place in that level of friendship. Um, so it just was a very raw piece, I feel like, because I let it come from my heart in the moment of really coming off of well, I was still in maternity leave, so it was just very very raw. There was a lot of emotions involved in that, and I definitely hope that she picks up the book and reads it because I know that she knows how much she means to me and
mhm.
how difficult that friendship has been to give up. But I sometimes think she doesn't understand the level of emotions maybe I have around it. So I definitely hope that she reads the book at some point for sure.
I hope so too, because it wasn't completely you bashing her. It was, I could tell there was a sense of love in there, and I cried at points. I said, "Oh, I'm feeling sorry for both of them because of what your friend went through, and then you trying to be there, and all this wrong was just happening, and you were the but you somehow, some way turned yourself off in the name of friendship. And Blairkins, if I actually was near you, I'd be giving you a hug right now because that was absolutely amazing. Whereas Zachary Shiloh, I probably would have been like, no, this is not happening. You got to get away from this. I'm more outspoken. So, respects to you, seriously. All right, so let's get out Letters of Magic and go towards the future stuff. All right, so I understand that we have a new book coming out called Goddess Rising. I remember you teasing it, and then eventually you said the title's name. I said, "This is not magic. This is not magic. This is something different." And then I started finding out who the cast was, like slowly but surely, and I said, "Oh, okay, this sounds like something I definitely have to read." Oh man, oh man. So Blair, so what actually inspired Goddess Rising?
I really was trying to feel something different. I really felt like the Magic series was starting to phase out when Jen passed. I just really felt like that series would probably retire this year. I knew in the back of my mind, even before I announced it, that I definitely was going to probably phase it out. So I really was just trying to find something that was very empowering, but a little bit different twist, about rising up and about taking your power back. And so to be honest, it just came to me like a lot of my creative ideas. I don't think about them and they just surface somehow. And so it kind of just surfaced, and I really thought this would be a really great book. Everyone I mentioned it to was like, I love the title. I like the feel of it and it being different. And so I decided we would go ahead and do it, even if it's just a one-off book. We definitely probably won't do any more in that along those lines. So it's definitely just a one-off book, but I'm excited to see it come to fruition. I love the people that are involved in it. And I definitely think that it's going to be a really great book. So,
Oh, I already got a confirmation or two from that. Yes, I have. So I was talking to a certain Marquetta Larray this morning before we actually got on here, you and I. And Marquetta is supposed to come on in October at some point. I believe Goddess Rising may be out by that point, or in the process of being released. So I have to get back in touch with Marquetta and really work out a date. Now, if you could announce when Goddess Rising truly is released, that would be even easier, but I know you very well. Too well. And you don't have a date ready.
no, we don't have a date. I definitely think that we'll probably have our date set somewhere probably by middle of September. But I do expect it to be sometime in the first couple weeks of October.
Oh, so did I, because I remember just talking to certain people and I'm saying to myself, this book sounds like it should be out in October. When in October, I don't know, but sounds like something's gonna be there. So I'll make it happen with Marquetta. And like I said, I want to be in her breakout room when the thing comes around, because she actually had me reading this thing that you are helping her with. That's not in our family series. It's her own solo bit. And she said to me, "Oh, I want you to actually be a beta. I want you to read it and tell me what you think." I said, "Okay, I'll read it." And then I made time and actually read it. And I said, "Ooh, wow!" And I had no clue that you were going to be involved in helping her at all. And when she told me, I said, "This makes absolutely sense. Absolute sense." You are actually getting more hype because the Blairkins is involved, and when the Blairkins is involved, that means gold. That means gold. So congratulations. I didn't say it like that, I think completely, but I said, yeah, this is gonna be very, very good. And I will support the actual book release. So I'm buying it regardless of the price.
Well, it definitely was, I guess not something we had even discussed. It was just kind of something we talked about, and definitely decided that it seemed like a good idea to work together on. And she liked the ideas that I had, and I really liked her. I love her energy. I just absolutely just she's such a sweet person, and so I just thought that this would be a great way for us to work together on a project. I look forward to working with her more as well. I definitely think there's a lot in the pipeline that could come up for her and I. We're both local. We both are in the same hometown. And it's funny because I've never physically met her.
Oh
Um,
wow.
we've just known each other virtually. But when I was in the hospital with River Rose, she literally dropped off things to me, would, ask me if I wanted something besides hospital food, and she would go pick me up sushi or something I was craving. So she's just the most sweet person. And so I just really felt like being involved in her book would be just a way I could give back to her, and really promote her and what she's about, and definitely be hopefully the start of something very big of her and I together, because I think in the future we'll definitely work together in other ways. So
I hear you. And speaking of life changing events, you made an announcement. And you already talked to me about it in private. I was in awe when you actually came out with it in public. So now that the world knows you have a fibromyalgia to some degree, and now that you are starting to deal with PR for some other company, I said, "What? What? I thought you gave up that." My jaw was literally on the floor. I was practically talking to Miyoko Fukino at that point, I think, and I was like, "Eh, you got to read this. You got to read this, Mayu. You're gonna be like in awe." I never thought you would actually do that. I thought you would help other companies, yes, but to literally be an employee of somewhere, I'm in awe of Blair Hayes. Let me tell you still right now, even days later. So is this going to be easier on you?
Absolutely. I definitely think it will. It was not something I went out looking for. The company kind of headhunted me and definitely said that I was the person they wanted to do their PR. They had really thought through the options, and I definitely was the one they wanted. And so, um, after talking about some legalities and just some questions between, that I had for them with the contracts and stuff, I was excited. I absolutely said I'm in. I get to do something I absolutely love to do every day on a very high level. And I think like it'll be a great change of pace. It'll be fun. And I'm excited. I'm really, really excited about being their in-house PR and just um being yeah, taking their PR to the next level. I'm so excited. I could not even tell you how excited I am about this offer. And I definitely think um it will help with my health situation, for sure. But also just the fact that I get to do something that's fun and exciting for me. And I really can't think of a better way. Just even what little bit of work I've done the last couple weeks for them has been just so much fun. I wake up every morning just so excited about the things on the agenda and just the ideas and the creativity and the it's just high level creativity, and that's just right up my alley. So I'm super excited about the position.
Well, I remember being in awe. I'm still in awe. But I said this in the back of my head. I said, if it makes her happy, I support it. And I will say it to you again. I support it for because I know how much it meant to you to do your own and for you to return in a sense to corporate America. It takes a lot, but I believe this is maybe the right thing for you. I don't know why I can feel it. You have massive experience in it, not only in that, but being on your own. So you could guide people. So I'm not completely sad. I'm not completely upset about it. So I'm happy for you, Blairkin.
I'm really excited. I think it'll give me time to kind of pursue some things that I've wanted to pursue, like my own writing and some things I sometimes don't have time for. So I'll be able to keep all of my businesses. They'll all still be intact. But we'll just be much more, we'll leverage them much better in the sense of like just being very careful about what projects we put out there. We might only do like one collab book a year and it'll be a larger collab book, etc. So there's some bigger things that are in the pipeline that we definitely are going to work towards. But I think this will give me some really good leverage because I'll be able to pursue some things I've wanted to pursue too, but still keep my business. And that was one of the questions I had about legalities. There's no conflict of interest or anything like that, so I can keep my businesses and still be in-house for them. Um, I think it's just a perfect combination, to be honest. So I'm excited.
I'm excited for you too. And before we actually hit like maybe I think two more things before we really wrap this up because I know you got it. There was a transition before you even returned to corporate America. and you went from Magic to Elite. Is that still happening?
Yes, the rebrand will still happen. We're looking at that happening the end of the year. So the end of the year, we will completely phase out of Blair Hayse Publishing. And we will be completely rebranded and legally represented as Elite Publishing House LLC. So completely different rebrand. It was for a lot of personal reasons, to be quite honest. And I decided to start completely with a different brand, a different feel, just some different projects I wanted to do that kind of fit that brand better, and just some long-term goals I had for the brand that I felt like it would be better under the Elite name. So we rebranded, and we're excited. I think that everyone will see the transition happen completely. We'll probably phase continually through the year. But it will be completely phased out at the end of this year, and will be completely Elite moving into 2022. We'll dissolve Blair Hayse Publishing. So,
oh, I remember you making a brief announcement about that. I said, "Whoa, this is great!" Oh man, oh man, oh man! We went from magical, now we're Elite. It sounds even more appropriate because a good lot of us are actually business owners and everything else. So why not? Why not, kids? Roll with the Elite, the Elite. That's us. Why not? So please support us in the future. We love you all wholly. All right, Blairkins. Two more things, and then we would really try wrap this up. All right, so Magical Miracles, the final book in the Magic series.
yep.
Oh man, oh man. It's been like a year and a half now with the Magic series.
It has been exactly, so when this book comes out, it'll be exactly 2 years. So we'll have had, we will have had the Magic series for exactly 2 years. So I'm excited. I think this book's gonna be really great. We have some great people returning. We also have some new people coming into the book. Doors are still open on that book until September 15th. So if anyone wants to join, it's at a really discounted price. And so I just would be thrilled to have anyone return or any new authors come in. But it will be, yes, the last book in the Magic series. So if anyone's put off being in the Magic series, now's your time to join, because there will be no more Magic series. Like, we are retiring that book series. And I'm excited. Like, we have some really, really awesome things in the pipeline for 2022, and moving on with just a new series and a new feel and a completely different angle. So I'm just really excited. We have a huge announcement coming, either the end of this year or the beginning of 2022. And so I'm excited about that as well. But it's just a lot of things are going to be happening in that pipeline, and I'm really excited about the rebrand. So.
Oh, I'm excited too. I'm getting tingly all over just thinking about it. I remember you announcing Magical Miracles, and I said, it's appropriate. It's appropriate. Jenny Kirsch isn't alive anymore. And without Jenny Kirsch writing the forwards and other people being around, it's time to retire. Why not? And with me, seeing as I'm the most consistent guy in the Magic series, I said, why not? Why not roll with the Blairkins one last time in the Magic series? Why not? And somebody expected me to return, and I think it wasn't you. David Vine and we were talking in private one day, and he said, yeah, I expected you to return. That's it. Yeah, no way I was messing with you. No way I was messing with you. I wanted to etch my name in that series and then move forward with Blair in the new Elite phase. Why not? And speaking of the new Elite phase, the first book, please correct me if I'm wrong, beloved, is called Leaders.
It is. It's going to be leaders, and we are taking a completely different spin on things, completely different angle. And there's going to be a lot of different options available with that book compared to our past books. So I'm really excited as we put those packages together. It'll be the only we'll only do one collab book in that series a year, so it will be unlike the way we do things now, but we will push for a much larger author base into that book, but we will just do one versus so many, so kind of restricting my time a little bit and just putting all my energy into making things a little bit more elite and a little bit higher quality, I guess.
Oh wow. I remember I think you were teasing leaders in the 5 days to fame course. That is part of the incentive for joining your mastermind group. I wish I could join it, seriously. Oh man, but you know my financial woes, Blairkins, more than anybody else. Oh God. If I actually had more money, trust me, I would be in that mastermind group just like that. But somehow, some way, I don't know how, but I'm thinking I'm gonna be in leaders.
Well, I
I'm
definitely hope you are. It's going to be a great series, and there's going to be a level of it that we don't have in this series where people can actually make money off of the books. So I think it'll be a very unique approach, something that's not as popular as the collab books are. And so we're gonna just take it to a different spin. So
That is fine by me, my gorgeous Southern Belle. All right, Blairkins, it's time to start wrapping this bad boy up. So usually I would actually start off with saying top 3 recommendations, but no, I'm learning from the past now. Usually when I say this thing nearly towards the outro, like true outro, I get, what did you just say? I said, oh, come on. All right. So, Blairkins, your hopes for the future, my love, are.
well, I definitely hope to completely work less and have a little bit more time with my family and do more things that light me up, and excited to see the new levels that the business takes to make that happen.
Oh, that's great hopes for the future. And I hope you get every single one of them. All right. So, if I cannot get them today, can I bother you within the next week to a month for 3 people you feel should be in Black Lion's domain to be interviewed by me?
Absolutely. I will think on that and get them to you for sure.
Ooh, thank you very much. And something's telling me I can smell it. The who you have in mind will blow my mind. I can feel it. All right, Blairkins, the last bit, and then it's time to hit the outro. What can Zachary Shiloh do for you going forward, beloved?
Keep writing, keep staying true to yourself. I'm really excited to see you grow, and I cannot wait to see all the things that are going to come forward with just the path that you've decided to take. Don't give up. It can be discouraging sometimes. I know that for a fact. So just stay true.
Okay, I will. I will. All right. Anything else you would like to plug before we get out of here?
Nope. We hope you join us for the Fame Conference. If you don't have your ticket, go buy one now.
You heard the ladies and gentlemen. Please, 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 please buy tickets for Fame. I will be there. Mayoko Fukino will be there. Blairkins will be there. Charlie Scanlon will be there. Marquetta Lorray will be there. Brooke Allison will be there. We just are hoping and praying that you will be there. It's absolutely fun what they have in mind. And before we really hit the outro, Blairkins, I'm still in awe of you. I pray to God you actually do have water for what you got to do. Oh God, kids, you thought she was Wonder Woman before. Watch that entire series. I'm telling you right now, she is the main speaker all show long, except for 1 hour, possibly. And that's on the 25th. when she was coming to me about being a sponsor, I looked at the list. I said, "Excuse me, you are doing that much talking. You're gonna lose your voice." Or you laughed and said, "I'm gonna lose my voice." We're laughing at it together, and I'm saying, "Oh dear God," and I'm still doing it right now, and I'm taking off my glasses before I hit the outro. Holy Christ, motion, kids. Seriously. So please pray for Blairkins when she actually takes the stage on the 24th and 25th of September, because this hunt should not be losing her voice at all. All right. So with that said, one goal, one aim, one road, one focus, and that is love you knuckleheads out there. Even if it sounds like I am venting, I have what they call passion. And I'm passionate all about you out there, the kids out there. Thank you very much for sitting through this blessed edition of what Zachary Shiloh calls the uncensored plateau, named Universal Grounding in Black Lion's Domain. Please see us in the next episode. And we have lovely guests. Ashley Ahmad Sai, the Queenie Hun. She's coming on September 17th. Uh, the Pipe Bombshell Boys, they're returning on September 4th at 8 a.m. my time. Jiggykins of that group is supposed to be giving me my second tarot reading. So September through January or December. So yeah, September through December, I'm getting my tarot reading. So you're gonna want to tune into that episode. That's gonna be absolutely fun. Sandra Stokowicz. Oh man, oh man, oh man. That's one that makes me tingly all over. And I'm just getting very, very hyped. She is coming on September 3rd. Excuse me. My brain farts with dates nowadays. All right. So the Pipe Bombshell Boys and Sandy Love are coming on September 3rd, this coming Friday. And it's only getting better. I'm back. It's time to start busting fears in the name of love's roar. With that said, we are out of here. Bye, you beautiful hunskins and loves.